I'm saying that was some bullshit.
All right.
How's it going?
How's it going? How do we do this?
You're the guy. Well, first you're the guy,
see.
Alexis, the leader of this fine establishment we have here. Well, first, welcome back. First off, let me say it's been a fucking minute since we've made this podcast. From the ones we have dated to the one we have now, it's been a while. So welcome back to the both of us. First introduction is this guy right here.
So, welcome back, guys, from a little while. This is, I don't know what number episode this is going to be, but
18, 19, 19, 20.
whatever number it is, you know,
It's around there.
we haven't recorded in like a couple months.
Hot minute.
Couple months, though?
Yeah.
Or one
Like
or
a
two?
month.
Like
a
one or
month,
two?
month and a half.
One or two, yeah.
Around there.
So, in the Imaginowledge podcast, it's me, Alexis, a.k.a. Imaginowledge.
He's the guy.
It's the guy, John.
I'm the other guy. What's up?
Co-host, John.
Yeah.
And then today we're going to talk about Stoics or Stoicism in general.
Cool shit.
But first we're going to start. Do you want to do the question first that you wanted to ask?
Yeah, man. Like, fuck. Okay, so Stoicism, they tell you to hold yourself to a high standard and to treat people with patience who don't have that same standard, in a nice way to put it.
Right.
Which is, I find kind of bullshit, because if you're great, be great. And if you can make others great, make others great too. Or at least hold them to that same standard that you are. Like, nothing makes you special. Like, if I have to go through the fire, like, why aren't you going through the fire with me? Like, what makes you so fucking special to where you don't need to go through this fire? And then I understand also that's also a personal choice. That person is choosing to ignore the fire. And that comes up either somehow, some way later on in life, or maybe later on in the day. I have no fucking clue.
Right.
But those who go through adversity often suffer now to reap the benefits later, right? So I then, kind of like pulling from what Andrew Tate said, why would I have such stringent standards on myself, and then look at you when you didn't go through fire when I did? It's like, what the fuck are you, like, in that mindset? Respectfully, of course.
It's always respectfully. Okay?
Respectfully, of course.
It's respectful.
It's like, why would then, I treat you like my equal? Not like my equal, but why would I then look at you in the same light as myself? It's like you can't help but think of yourself as like, yo, I'm better than you. It's fucked up to say, it's fucked up to think, but in a sense you are. Like, your standards are much higher than theirs.
That is true, right? So the way that, like, you are necessarily better than them in particular areas, because to you those areas matter.
Right. So
you decided to be better, but that doesn't give you the right to be like, hey, I'm better, so you suck.
right.
You know?
Why not though?
Because it's not that you don't get to do that, because you get to do that.
You get to do that by
you really
doing
get
it.
you really. I could be like, you suck, bro. You don't even do half the shit I do.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you gotta be like, I'm gonna get a certain type of response out of that every time. So irrationally, do you really want to get that negative response out of people?
I mean, if it gets the fucking job done, yeah.
At one point, exactly. So you want to use it rationally for whatever.
Right, to make sure a purpose is fulfilled.
Right.
On their behalf, aka making them share the same standards as me.
Right.
Right. What's so bad about that? What's wrong with that?
There's nothing necessarily bad about it. That's the thing.
But why am I the asshole? Like, when I'm trying to get people to, like, It
mainly comes as asshole when they didn't ask for anything and you told them everything that you want them to be.
Right.
That comes as, like, you're an asshole, kind of. It's like giving advice when nobody asked you for advice.
Right.
They're like, shut up, bro. Like,
I get that.
It's kind of like that.
Which makes sense, but
it's like nobody legit. It's like not ordering something.
Right.
And something gets to your door, but you don't like it, But it's still at your door, bro. Like you ordered it. Like, I didn't ask for this.
Right.
And I actually, as a matter of fact, I don't like
it's
this.
It's the wrong order or some shit, right?
Type shit.
Okay.
And it's something like you don't even like at all. Like, if you opened it, you're like, oh, who ordered this?
Right. Okay. So what? What do you think of?
It's unwelcome.
Do you think, like, oh, that's on me for ordering dumb shit or for relying on people to do dumb shit when I should have done it myself? Or is it like, oh, well, this is still food. I should eat it, because it's going to go to waste if I don't, even though it's not what the fuck I paid for.
That analogy
You know what I'm saying?
Bad.
Like, that was a bad one. So, okay, so when you're given the same set of rules or, guidelines or, like, rules, let's say rules, and one person is abiding by all 10 rules, one person's abiding by, like, 4. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? The inequality doesn't fucking match.
For you, the problem is that they're not doing your standard, right?
Exactly. Yes. If I'm doing all 10 of the rules,
Right.
you know, holding myself to the standard of, you know, not perfection, but
Right.
close to it.
Right.
Not because I'm not fucking perfect. I really am not. But I am more than average, I would say. You know, like my standards for things are beyond some other people, and I'm very capable in my craft, which leads me to be competent around other areas and shit, which is cool. But it also speaks a lot about me as a person. It's like, you know, I still have much to learn, but I can also, you know, hold a conversation. I can also,
Right.
you know, like go figure some shit out. Like I have the grit and I have the fucking like drive to go learn some shit, you know? And then that sets me apart from people. But what pisses me off is the levels of responsibility and like the shit that is put onto that person who is capable of greatness, who just carries on the load. And then everybody else is just walking around with like two boulders. This guy's over here carrying up 10 boulders up the mountain. They're carrying 2.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's good for me because I'm gonna be a G. I'm gonna be carrying 10 boulders. I'm gonna get fucking strong. I'll have endurance. There's some rewards from doing the hard shit, right? In and of itself.
Right.
But though it's also unequal and it's a little frustrating to go through the fire while everybody else is walking on coal or walking on grass, say. Even less, even more comforting.
To me, when I hear it, I'm like, you're saying you're carrying this 10 boulders,
right?
Like you didn't ask for it, you know, because you were asking for it, basically.
No. But who asked to carry 10 boulders though?
The guy that can, dude.
Exactly, because the guy that can, right?
Right.
Doesn't mean the guy can. Doesn't mean the guy should. Shouldn't you carry 10 boulders?
Of course
Shouldn't you carry 5?
But if you put yourself in a position where everybody knows you can carry those 10 fucking boulders, they're gonna be like, "Hey, do the thing, dude." You know what I'm saying?
So you're a victim of your own success by being fucking capable. Is that really
in a sense that happens? Yes, because people will take advantage of your ability.
Right.
And depend on it at one point. But it's your fault for letting that happen. You gotta remember this.
I get that, but at the same time, like
the frustration comes from you thinking it's not something that should be. Instead of focusing on the fact that others are not doing what you're doing, focus on how hard you're trying.
But which ties into the point, like being held to those fucking stringent of standards. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is the inequality okay? Like, why is the injustice tolerable? Is my whole point, you know?
Is that... Let me see.
Give me the answer. I would love to know this. Like,
you're like, why is that tolerated in general?
Exactly, because why is that a quote? Why does that say, like, you should hold yourself to the utmost standard, but yet be patient and tolerant of others who aren't?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Does that mean people who are fucking idiots and who will always be fucking idiots? Does that mean you really have to, like, because patience costs time. Time is money.
Yeah,
ultimately.
That doesn't mean you should put yourself around them and be like, hey, how are you changing in any way, bro?
Right.
It's more like, okay, so if they're a waste of time, leave them alone.
Yeah, but if idiots are in my way, you gotta fucking, I see what you mean.
Then give him the least amount of time.
Yeah, but that still doesn't answer.
That's temperance. You gotta be like, give me your least amount of time and say the most amount of shit.
Right, but because you're an idiot, I now have to fucking bear the responsibility of being not an idiot and being the smart one. You know what I'm saying?
You don't. Like, I was talking to my brother at one point about that.
Right.
Where they're like, there's the line of everything, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody is at some point in this line in their life, you know? And whether they're the same age or not, people are at different points no matter what.
Right.
You know? So some people that are younger are ahead of some people that are older, and some people that are older are way behind than some people that are younger, you know?
True.
That's going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, they're still in this line. And this is like your fucking expert level on whatever you're in, you know? And then this is the beginning of it, you know? Mm-hmm. And then, like, right now, you're in the middle. You're in the middle, but you're looking one way. You're looking at the beginning people. They're like, idiots. You're an idiot.
Right.
Get it together. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They'll get the shit together at one point, you know? But you're like, why do I have to teach this motherfuckers? This is you, no?
Not
like, why
really.
Why do I have to fix this?
No, yeah. Why is now your problem mine? Basically.
Exactly. Right.
Why is your problem mine? Essentially.
Right.
And that's what idiocy does to people. It unintentionally makes their problem your problem. Like if you're stupid enough, if you're uneducated in traffic laws, you make a U-turn on the fucking freeway. That's crazy. Now my problem. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm like, okay, that's a first for me too, bro.
That was crazy.
That was fucking dumb. But you see what I'm saying, right? How being an idiot causes problems, or is a hindrance to those who are idiots, because we are all idiots.
You don't have to focus on the idiots, though. This is the thing. You don't have to focus on these idiots. You can focus on the other ones that are actually going up.
They're non-idiots.
They're not. They are ahead of you.
Right.
That are doing better than you.
So surround yourself with mentors and stay out of the way of idiots. That's really
it's a focus. Look, this is you. Remember, we're in this line.
Right.
There's the idiots, you so-called idiots. They're just the people that are at the beginning. They're the beginning. They're just at the beginning of the road type thing, you know?
So horrible.
I'm just saying.
I'm talking about, when I say idiots, let me refer to idiots in traffic.
It's comedic, too.
You know what I'm saying? That's
like, we're just fucking around.
Yeah, we're just fucking around. I don't mean to
I'm
be
just here
trying
to, I'm here to portray a concept. You know?
I'm here to discuss how there's a lack of smarts and general common knowledge in this general society we seem to find ourselves in. So it's a nice way of saying people are kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But I'm also trying to not be an asshole about it. So if I do, apologize.
I'm just here explaining why these people are dumb and seen as that way.
Yes. In general, I'm judging people for being dumb, which is horrible. Kinda.
Right now I'm not doing it, but when I'm face to face with them, it's hard not to.
It is hard not to.
So that's different. You're dumb. You know? Doesn't mean I'm gonna be like, you're a fucking idiot. I might be thinking that maybe.
Right.
But, you know, I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah. Not gonna say it. Right. But okay, so maybe it's this. Maybe the answer is this. Maybe we all go through mistakes. Yes, nobody's perfect. Yeah. But it's the separation of those who are willing to learn from their mistakes and choose to better themselves from that with reflection and common knowledge, common sense, being like, okay, what did I do wrong? Make the decision to do that better, and then to put that into future perspective.
That's the line.
What line? The line of maturation or the line of progression or what?
Of improvement in general. Some people are experts already at whatever they're trying to do.
Right.
And some people are like intellectually not there.
Right.
And some people just develop that intellectual throughout their years. Some people don't, as you said. Some people learn from their mistakes. Some people mistakes. And then you're like, hey, bro, you don't realize how many mistakes you've made? They're like, what are you talking about, bro?
Exactly.
They're like, it is what it is, bro. But like, it is what it is, but not chill
not
out.
Really.
You're
you
being
can do
stupid.
Something about that, yeah.
Like, not like that. You know? But I'm like, hey, there's people like that. So the people that are learning are the ones that are already like here.
Right.
They're like, oh, it's like, first you're like, I gotta eat healthy to live a healthy life. That's like level.
Somewhat.
That's like level 1, you know.
Okay.
And then you gotta go to the gym for your body to work type shit.
Yeah.
You gotta move your body to right.
Challenge your mind.
That's like still level 1 type shit. And then you gotta move to like your mind and be like, hey, purpose and all this stuff. That's like, you know, it keeps going.
It's next level shit.
Yeah. Some people are over here already doing that, and some people are at the beginning when they're like, I don't even know what to do, bro. You know, you're in the middle, looking at the people that are like, what do we even do, bro?
It's most of the time. Some of the times I'm looking at people who are also in the middle, who are like all the way down to the fucking floor in terms of that that gauge.
Still. They're still on that side.
Yeah.
They're like, they're in the middle, but on that side.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I'm just like, why?
So that happens, you know?
Right. But it's is it by choice though? It might be by choice. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but it could be by like choice of like choosing to take it easier. Like they know they're not going through the fire. Like they know, like they're okay with that.
They're
you know, exactly.
there.
They're okay with that.
Fine. They're like, this is fine.
Some people are not okay with doing the same. Some people are okay with just not giving enough. Why is that?
Some people are more satisfied with. Why are people satisfied with different levels?
Yeah. Why are people perfectionists? Why are people some people okay with being just well, that's good enough.
Well, it depends how far they look into what they want out of their life.
That just says a lot about their character.
Sure, doesn't mean they're bad in any way.
No, it doesn't. But like I said,
it's that like you can say they don't amount to much, but they amount to enough that makes them content.
That's good enough.
You know, they're good.
Right.
Like you don't necessarily need millions of dollars to live a good life. But some people are like, but I want those millions.
No, you need that's to live a satisfied life. You know, like. Are you satisfied? Does what you do, does that shit make you happy? At this point, no. Exactly. Gotta try some new shit, G. And besides, live life.
You gotta try different shit.
Right.
What were we talking about though?
We were talking about Stoicism and why fucking people piss me off because you're holding yourself to a high standard and they aren't held up to that same standard. So now, what I have learned from this is to be patient with them because I guess you would look at yourself and be like, yo, I make mistakes too.
Right.
You have to relate to them, treat people how the way you would want to be treated because I make mistakes in traffic the other fucking day not too long ago. And blew through that fucking construction, and then that worker called me a dumbass. So I felt bad about that. I was like, yo, I don't like being called a dumbass by other people. I don't like being perceived as incompetent or dumb. So, because I'm...
The dumbass talking about dumb people.
Exactly. So, and then it's funny because you realize, I think this is what it is. You realize that you yourself are those dumbasses that you claim to be so, like,
you're
not
I'm
always,
above. You're not always that guy.
Exactly. Which, I guess...
You try to be that guy most of the time, which works sometimes.
It's
so
cool.
It's still,
But when you're reminded of how, like, just not how great you are, but just you're capable of greatness when other people are capable of things that are cool, like good things, But it's like you have this itch that you're meant for better shit, like more capable shit, like more higher shit,
It depends what you mean by that.
It really does.
Because if you just say that, but then what? You have to say what?
Exactly. It depends on what it is. What do I
Exactly.
want? What do I want to put that craft in?
Yeah.
So.
Like I was like, maybe the ultimate goal for every generation is to inspire the next generation to be great as well.
To be great.
Or to make him feel like life is worth living. You know what I'm saying?
Life is worth doing the great things.
Right. So, I'm thinking that's the point at this point.
Yeah.
Like the generation in front of you inspires you to try everything you can, basically.
And fuck all the others who are just lost. And not only of the same generation, but, I guess that's why you be patient with them, because everybody makes mistakes. And you are the same everybody who makes mistakes, and you're just like them. So how can you hate somebody who you're just like? You can't.
Right.
Because you're a hypocrite.
You're like they're like the beginning, yeah. And
exactly.
you're like, I'm ahead.
I'm ahead, but,
But what the fuck does it do condemning them for being behind?
Exactly.
It doesn't do anything.
I mean, it pisses me off all the fucking time, but I guess I gotta work on that.
I'm like, shouldn't that make you feel better? They're like, at least I'm not there. Sheesh. I remember that point.
Right.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
At least that makes you like a sense of relief instead of being like, fucking idiots.
Yeah, I remember when I was a dumbass like you. Imagine. That's actually really funny, actually. Pulls out in traffic.
Unless you're yelling it and laughing at yourself because it's funny.
Yeah, of course.
Then you're feeling some type of like relief.
Yeah.
That's what comedy's for too.
Then there's people who just trigger you.
Because for me, I'm like literally we're watching the video and then wisdom is literally knowing what's outside of you and what's inside of you.
Yeah.
And knowing what you can control. Yeah. And what you can't control is what others do.
Idiots. Sorry.
Yeah. You literally. You're like dumbass. But you can't control what other people do, but you can control what you do. So as long as you do good for you, you shouldn't worry about others. Like do good for yourself for the most part. You'll be fine. You're like drive well, because you like to drive well.
I'm not the best driver, but I do want to drive well.
Exactly. So and then like stuff that you do, you can't complain why others do that same thing.
Right, because I do the same thing.
Because
I'd be hypocritical if I did.
Sure, but remember, we don't like being hypocrites.
Well, I do not like being hypocritical.
Or being seen as hypocritical. Whatever.
Same,
I don't care. I'll be.
That's fine.
I'll be hypocritical, but I'll be like, hey, bro. Maybe I changed my mind this time.
That's true, but
trick.
If you're seen as hypocritical, like if I know the reason why I'm doing it myself is true, then if you see me as a hypocrite, fuck you. Like that's off of your judgment, It's like if I know I'm not being a hypocrite about that shit, and deep within yourself because
if somebody's calling you a hypocrite,
exactly, and you're
like,
secure.
That was not hypocritical, bro. Exactly, that so makes sense.
Exactly. Then you tell them fuck off because I know my shit within. It's like I know I'm not guilty of dumb shit like that.
So anything should be like that. You should be proud of yourself for who you are and what you do.
Right.
And you shouldn't be mad that others aren't like you. You should just be proud that you're like you.
I feel it.
That'll be the best. Because then you can be like, better.
Bitch, I'm the shit.
Yeah, exactly. You'll feel better about yourself in general.
I do.
But when you're like idiots.
Yeah, but that's where I get to the bitter part of shit. Like I just think of like fucking idiots. They always get on my nerves, like always fucking making me do shit because of idiots. I got to do this because, and it's always either the cost of time, effort, or emotion, I guess, because I let them trigger me. And so I can control one of those, which is the emotion aspect, reaction from that.
Right.
But they're dumb decisions, and the time it takes to do my shit and their shit. Can you help that?
What?
You can't help that either, can you?
No, so you don't trip about it. You're like, I guess I am the shit because I get to do everything.
Right.
Or you get to be like, fuck these fucking idiots. Like, fuck.
Yeah, be
why do I gotta do all this shit?
Exactly.
They're fucking dumb, right? Makes sense.
It's that subtle shift in the change in the mindsets where it's like I have to do this versus I get to do this, and that's what they talk about in the Stoicism philosophy. It's like, nah, bro, fix that shit. You get to do this.
Yes.
Some homie doesn't have arms and legs. He doesn't have like things to live. You do. So
that's different. That's
like,
different.
Fuck,
You're getting too deep, sir.
All right, use the fuck out of me.
Whoa,
let's slow down here. All right.
You went down that hole, bro. Jesus, I saw it in your eyes. I was like, chill, dog.
So, summary of the topic: holding yourself to a high standard, even though everybody else's standards may not be as high, is okay due to the fact that remembering yourself that you are imperfect. And you are also capable of making those errors, which would put you on another person's like low standard kind of thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's all about perception because you perceive yourself in a higher standard as them. You got to fix that and just perceive yourself in that own way where, you know, you're not focused on other people, not comparing. You're just like, yo, I'm the master of this level. I need to get to here and here and here. It's such an easy thing to remember, or it's such an easy thing to forget. It's you take it for granted. It's so easy. But when you really, really remember that shit and just don't compare, focus on yourself and literally fucking like learn. Well, do your best to learn every day. It's hard, but it's easy, but it's not.
It's not supposed to be necessarily easy, remember.
Right.
Because if not, you're not learning. So learn to enjoy that feeling of fuck. This is hard.
How do you remember this every day though? Because you come to these conclusions every day and you forget, you know? Like yelling at people in traffic. It's like hard to remember this exact conversation.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you gotta tie it to a feeling. Feelings are stronger than your thoughts.
Yeah, okay.
So you gotta emotionalize that feeling of like, doesn't fucking.
Yeah, like, and that takes mental effort.
Yes, obviously. Like you can, your feelings can trigger your thoughts, but your thoughts can also trigger your feelings. So if you can somehow go in there and trigger the feeling, every time you think of it now, you're like.
Hey, bro,
that feeling of
doesn't matter.
It's not really that deep, bro.
Nah. Unless that motherfucker hits your car, then you got a problem.
Insurance
issues.
It's just the time.
Who hit who? File a police report file the police report first before they try to claim bullshit. And then if you don't, have a dash cam footage. Because I didn't learn the hard way, but I heard from other people who learned the hard way. And I've seen that shit from like, I've just heard stories. So,
have a dash cam.
You know what I'm saying? Have a dash cam. Invest in that shit. It's wise.
But we're talking about Stoicism.
We're talking about idiots in traffic, and then remembering that.
Right.
The steps to take to time that to remembering that what we learned, which is hold yourself accountable and only yourself.
Right. That's it. Like, why you worry about others?
Exactly.
Unless you like yelling at people.
Yeah.
I just think about yourself. Remember, you're doing that because you like it. You're like, fuck you, you're fucking dumb.
Low key.
And you're not yelling at them because you want to tell them how stupid they are. Well, you could.
You could really want them to do what the fuck, they're supposed to do.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, people often don't do that. But anyway, next topic. Next topic should be... Wisdom.
Yes. What is wisdom to you, John?
Bro, wisdom is the accumulation, in my opinion, accumulation of knowledge from your experience or experiences of others to where you can utilize that knowledge in certain situations for the betterment of yourself, like the wisdom to, let's say the wisdom, I don't know, you could say wisdom is preparation. You could say wisdom is experience, like also experience and preparation. You get preparation through the experience of shit that you have, been through. You gain wisdom from the knowledge of all of that. Wisdom is the lessons learned. So it's like the value of knowledge of which you've learned from shit.
Yes.
So wisdom. It's hard to put wisdom into an example, but the wisdom.
An example of someone being wise.
Yeah. Well, It's hard to pinpoint it, but when it comes to mind, it's so easy. You're just like, oh shit, yeah, that's wisdom right there, and
Right.
like do
But
unto others.
For me, wisdom is always tied to understanding.
Okay,
always.
That's beautiful.
No way around that.
Like treat others the way you would want to be treated, kind of thing. Like that's wisdom.
No,
isn't it?
Necessarily telling somebody that it's technically wisdom, but knowing why you should do that is the wisdom.
So it has to be in a certain context.
So why should you treat others in the way that you treat, like the way you want to be treated? No. Why?
Because we treat others like shit, people treat you like shit. Don't be treated like shit.
That's the wisdom.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
That's an example of the wisdom you're talking about. Okay. So knowing why is the wisdom. So understanding.
Interesting.
Understanding.
Next level understanding.
It's the no, because there's knowing and there's fully understanding.
Which gives you wisdom.
Like you can have knowledge, but understanding is different. You know, I can tell you like, hey, 2 + 2 = 4, bro.
Right.
But why, bro?
Because you're adding 2 and 2.
Like if you're just like, hey, chill out, bro. I don't know.
Okay.
You don't have wisdom. You just know shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just have this knowledge that you can be like, it's a fact.
Okay.
But you don't know why. But why?
All right. So the wisdom that I gained from moving items in a storage would be stacking heavier items on the bottom of whichever, and lighter items and shit on the top, because when you're driving, the heavier items are on the bottom, and you don't want the heavier items to come crashing on the smaller ones. So the wisdom of that would be knowing to put the heavier objects on the bottom.
Because if you
don't, you've foreseen the outcome, or you know the outcome that heavy shit's gonna fall and break your other weak little shit. If it's not, if it's the opposite.
That's technically the wisdom.
So that's the wisdom, the knowing the knowing and the preparation, right? Because you're preparing shit in advance, right?
Well, you already been through it and know the fact that this is the way it is.
Okay, so that's really no preparation.
Fully understanding. You can't you can't know something unless you actually have experienced it somehow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So experience and wisdom is just someone else's experience through their understanding.
It's just understanding fully. It's like, hey, why do you think thoughts? Do you know why? And if you can answer that's wisdom.
That's a good
That's
one.
wisdom, But wisdom is mostly tied to shit like that.
Why do you think thoughts?
Mainly.
That's a good question, bro.
Wisdom is tied mainly to mind stuff and life stuff.
Yeah.
Deep stuff like purpose and shit like that.
Right. Experience.
Yeah, when you talk about stuff like that, and then that's why old people are tied to wisdom as well, because they've
been through it.
They know they're like 98 and they're like, bro, don't do that. I did that.
Slow down in your 20s.
They know.
I know.
So wisdom comes from.
Shout out to the old people, bro. Respect your elders for real.
And so wisdom will come from knowing and understanding.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go through something without knowing and understanding and have some wisdom. You have to know and understand.
Yeah. And then how else are you learning from life?
You have to know.
There has to be wisdom. You have to know. You have to understand. Understanding. Understood.
Understood. All right.
Let's go.
The next
that one was wisdom.
But wisdom is mainly about knowing what's outside and what's inside, what you can control, what you can't control. Because if you know that, you can focus on the right things.
Yeah. And utilization of knowledge at a certain point or time in a given situation.
Right. Because you know what to do. You know what to do.
Exactly. Just like the moving situation, where we were talking about heavier objects on the bottom, lighter objects on top, based off of prior experience or common sense.
Right.
All right. So, next topic. So that was
Why
wisdom.
do you think thoughts, John? I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know, right? Fucking my brain, dog. I formulate thoughts into words. Okay, are we really gonna answer that?
It's up to you if you want to talk about it. You can go. You can go if you want to go.
Fuck, bro. Why do we think thoughts? I think to formulate our inner voice. I feel like, okay, that's what I guess thoughts are. I think thoughts are like your inner voice. Like it could be like random experience. Well, it could be predictions, but it's just random scenarios, random thoughts are. It could be random scenarios. It could be random images. It could be random, You know, people could be random scenarios, completely made up in your head. You know, it could just be nothing. You could just be thinking
But why?
random shit
Why
in
do
your
you
head.
think that is a thing that we do as people, humans?
As your ability to generate
What's
shit.
the reason?
Um,
Like evolutionarily, maybe. Why did our brain adapt to think thoughts and images?
Maybe because our brain is a fucking perceptionary based thing, and it's like a based off of our experiences. But what is it? It's prediction based. It's prediction based kind
right,
of.
you're telling me what it is, but
Right,
you need to tell me why.
predictions,
Why
though,
would that happen?
to anticipate
There
predictions.
you go. See, the anticipation of things better prepares you to survive.
Right. When you anticipate shit in your mind.
Yes.
Because your mind's thinking about it.
We just got good.
Shit, you know.
Yeah. Now we can think far beyond our lives.
Yeah.
We can be like, we're gonna die years later,
Right.
and after that, there's gonna be generations beyond it.
Right.
And then at one point, everybody's gonna die.
We're fucked.
You know. But you can think that far.
If you can think that far. If you
I just did.
I don't.
I just did.
Don't. I mean, yes, we can, but
I
don't.
technically just did
live
that.
life right now. That's cool, but that would suck.
But the fact that we can do this better prepares us for our lives in general.
Yeah, of course. Live every day like you're about to die.
So that's why we get to think. You know.
Oh, and anticipation.
Yeah.
For our death.
Yeah. Not our death, but for our lives. So we can better prepare ourselves to do better shit every day, in a sense.
To
survive better.
Yeah. So that way we don't regret shit before our death. Don't regret things, guys. Live life.
Technically, sure, you don't regret things. Please don't do that. Just be sorry for the thing after and be like, hey, at least I'm not here like shit. Should I have done that?
Nah, if you should not have done that, go apologize. Don't be an asshole. But, you know, hey, sometimes you can't, and you're just like, fuck it. Learn that. Use it for next time. That's all you can do, really. Utilize whatever the fuck you did wrong for next time's experience. And then when it happens again, if it happens again and you don't do anything about it still, then you're a dickhead, bro.
Dickhead.
It's certified.
You're not wise right there.
Yeah.
Should have learned better already. Happened once. Why twice, bro? You stupid or something?
And nobody will know but you. So.
Stupid. All right. Next one.
All right.
Next one is courage.
Courage.
Meaning here, resisting and persisting.
Resisting and persisting.
Your idiocy. You're resisting this idiocy within you. The devil.
And you're persisting.
The devil is telling you be dumb, and you're like, sir,
don't be dumb.
I don't like that shit. Yeah. To be honest, I guess I could be dumb, but I don't like it.
We don't like being dumb.
I like being dumb sometimes. Depends.
Being dumb is yeah, right. Pretending to be dumb is different. You know.
Yes.
That's a hidden weapon.
I'm not saying I'm like legit like. What's 1 + 1, bro?
Exactly. It's like I don't actually know how this
name
works.
3 countries. Name 3 countries.
Oh shit.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You don't have to. We're good, but yes, courage. Okay, the ability to resist your urge to quit, for example, and persist with the goal.
Yeah, I thought courage was also doing the things. Doing the things you didn't want to do, like feeling fear, but doing it anyway.
Yes, that is courage, of course.
So doing the things you don't want to do and doing them anyway.
But do the things that you have to do and don't want to.
But doing them
anyway.
Courage, motherfucker.
That's why it gets you, you know. Like, I don't want to take a shit right now, but if I don't, I'm going to shit myself here. So God,
that takes courage, bro. It takes courage to not shit your pants. Let's go.
Like, go to the bathroom, bro.
All right. What? Yes. It takes courage to walk up to, approach a girl. It takes courage to go to war. It takes courage to fight a war.
Whoa. You went
from... It takes courage to... I'm just saying what it takes courage for.
You went from like, hey, girls...
Death. Fucking death.
Yeah. Death. All right.
That's the extremes of my personality,
All right.
Anyway.
It takes courage for either both, though.
It takes courage to go to the gym when you're fucking a little guy.
Doesn't.
It low-key does.
I guess if you're little.
If you're a little guy and you start hitting the gym, that takes courage.
Or a really big guy.
Or really big guy, too, You know what I'm saying? Like really big guy, It takes courage to stop inside a gym and improve yourself. So that takes courage.
Yes.
What else?
Takes
courage to speak in front of an audience as well.
Yes.
Takes courage to speak on a podcast.
No,
Not
it
really.
doesn't.
Not really.
It's just
We're not
in
in
front of a
that many
camera, bro.
people. Yeah, exactly. But it still takes courage to publicly speak.
Yes, I want to do that more often.
Hell yeah.
Or all the time if I can, to get over that
Yeah, I want to master
stupidness of fear in front of people.
Fucking stupid.
I'm like,
right? Sometimes my breath gives out, and I'm just like, and I'm just like, what the fuck, bro? Master your fucking breath and speak how you want to speak. Speak with intent.
speak with intent. You just gotta make light of things.
Yeah, exactly. Don't take shit so seriously.
Don't take shit serious.
Which is hard.
Which is hard.
I'm an intense person. I live life to the fullest.
To the fullest.
No, I don't. I could do so much more. I'm fucking primitive, bro. I swear.
You're like, hold on.
Hold on. I don't mean
second.
that. Fuck,
that's
bro.
funny.
For real,
yes,
I'm boring.
That's courage. That's courage, you know?
Yeah, so it takes courage to go out and do the things you don't want to do too as well.
What?
I think social experiences, like going out with people.
I don't know what to do. I'm not that social.
Exactly.
So
which is why it takes courage.
I mean, like, what you do to like when you go out? What does that mean, bro?
But I think it's better to go out with group of people as opposed to just one person. You know, as a start, if you don't know what to do, you know, group of people, you know, they're like, hey, like when we go to sushi,
hey,
fire,
umami,
fire. But now we need to like. We don't need to, but there is a social aspect of going out, not to clubs, but other events. Like go to casinos, go to bars, go to pool nights,
go
karaoke
out there
bars.
where people are at,
you know,
instead of not what people are not.
Exactly, bro.
I mean, that was the one negative, so I said it wrong, but yes.
And I'm an idiot for agreeing, so yes.
Yes. Courage to meet others.
Yeah, it takes courage doing what you're
like,
because what are you afraid of when you meet new people? You're afraid of rejection. You're afraid of judgment. You're afraid of all that shit.
Yes.
Why should you not be afraid?
Because it's all about the effort you're putting into it. Be like, I tried, bro.
That's true.
Swag. Be like, nah.
Can't hate on them for trying.
Exactly. And be like, hey, bro, I tried, bro, but they seem like dicks, I guess. I don't know. I was being cool.
Guess I'm not made for everybody. People either love me or loathe me. There's no middle ground here.
That's courage, funny. And then temperance.
Temperance. Hey now, shout out to the temperance.
Temperance meaning being able to say a lot with a little.
That's temperance?
Temperance.
No way.
That's temperance.
That's cool.
You can look it up. You can look it up if you'd like.
I always thought temperance had to do with your temperament. Like
I'll look it up, sir.
Yeah.
That's what the guy said. I'm going off the guy, but maybe the guy's wrong. You know, guys can be wrong.
Hey, man, people are wrong all the time. I'm fucking wrong all the time for sure. That's what's up.
Shit, I'm wrong. People think I'm right, and I'm like, bro, you should not believe me.
Exactly. You
should have looked it up, bro.
You shouldn't have done it, bro.
It's like I talk about stuff, bro.
It's like, why did you believe us? Tell me.
It's like, shout out Satan, but don't believe about Satan.
No, bro. Don't believe
Satan's a guy.
Anything. Know thyself.
Temperance, the quality of moderation or self-restraint.
The quality of moderation or self-restraint?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What did you say it was before?
The ability to say a lot with a little. So it is that.
Kind of, yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah,
it's the same thing, but...
you're moderating your vocabulary with the intent of your speech. Right. That makes sense. But
yes.
Right. Moderation of what?
Self-restraint.
Self-restraint.
So the ability to, like, not become an alcoholic or, like...
Extreme discipline.
Like,
right?
exactly.
Fuck.
So temperance is the ability to... Discipline, yeah.
That's fucking right. It's the accountability aspect of discipline, isn't it?
In a sense, the ability to have the discipline.
Right. To hold yourself accountable, right?
Well, in a sense, because you're doing the things you have to do.
Right.
Yes.
Because it's moderating. What is it moderating?
Well, moderating is like, it's like smoking weed. You know, I smoke weed, but then you're not like, but I'm not smoking 5 blunts a fucking day.
Right.
It's like
2 bong rips every couple hours.
Maybe.
Moderation, if that.
Or like, moderation. It's just like you're doing it, but you're not addicted.
Controlled. Yeah, it's spaced out and controlled. Right.
So like, you can't be. Somebody can be like, hey, he's a pothead.
Self-restraint. That was the other one.
Self-restraint. Yes.
So the moderation of self-restraint. So how often is your restraint. Like
Not
when you're
overindulging.
eating. Yeah, not overindulging. When you're eating, when you go out to the gas stations and you see fucking
They're like chips.
you're like
cookie?
candy. Nope.
Oh my
Protein
God.
bar. Protein bar.
Sure.
Get that shit.
Snack.
And then
At least it has
Powerade or
protein.
water. Exactly. Powerade or water. That's it. So
Depends.
it's the temperance to hold yourself accountable, to not cheat on your diet or your nutrition plan, and holding yourself accountable, getting something less fucking detrimental.
Because it's good for you.
Because it's good for you, holding yourself accountable. It's like, and that's moderation, and self-restraint too. So, yeah, temperance. Yeah. It's like, isn't a diet form of temperance as well?
Yeah, it's a form of temperance because you know that diet is best.
Exactly, and you're controlling the moderation. You're moderating your food sizes, and then the restraint of not eating shitty foods like fucking McDonald's.
Because you know that's bad.
Because you know that's bad for you. It's fake. Gotta eat Macay's and In-N-Out.
Good food.
Good food. Cafe Rio's good too. Cafe
real
Rio's
food.
good.
As long as it's real food, you're good.
Yeah, it's real food. Cafe Rio's bomb too.
You know?
Don't forget Cafe Rio.
So basically, the ability to control yourself. Temperance. You know? Control yourself. Don't let your fucking mind control you.
Yeah, don't let your impulses rule you. That's
don't let that mind of yours tell you what to do, and you just go along and be like, yeah, let's do that.
That too. For your
don't do that.
For your muscles too. I tell you when to grow.
Legit.
No.
That's just funny.
That was cool.
The last one, the most important, allegedly.
No way.
Maybe if I give a fuck sometimes.
What is it?
Justice.
I was preaching about not preaching. Excuse me.
He's a preacher, guys. He goes to church.
Fuck off. Anyways, I mentioned this earlier about the injustice of holding yourself.
People, right?
Yeah. you know the injustice. We talked about this. So justice, not injustice, justice. The balance of things. Okay, so what do we think justice is, buddy?
Justice?
Yeah.
Is the right thing that needs to happen.
Right. According to whom?
According to whom?
Yeah, the judge. Because only the judge can judge you. I'm kidding. I have no idea.
Anyway, but fuck the judge.
But the
judge is God.
Yeah, but what was the word?
Real,
it's not judgment. It's
justice.
Justice. Right. Judgment and justice are very different.
So justice
is
just
the balance.
The right thing that needs to happen. But you're asking exactly.
It's a balance.
Who decides this right thing? Right?
Exactly, right?
We're talking about if somebody kills somebody, you deserve to die because you took a life. Life for life, friend.
Right.
This is fair.
Right.
You know? Maybe your family should go too.
Right.
You know? Who knows? That's not fair, right? You're like, damn, my guy killed somebody, but should we kill his parents because they fucking made this child?
But now you're down to
is
human
that an
bodies.
Injustice?
I mean, it could be.
Exactly.
That's
questionable, but as soon as I say he killed someone, so he gets to die, that's justifiable, you know? So like justice is doing the right thing in that sense. Where if something happened to you, you should be able to do that thing back.
Right. That's why justice is always represented by a scale. It's like what did you do bad? What did you do that's good? You know, it's not really what did you did, but like the severity of your crime of which you are being tried. You know, because through trial, justice is what would you define as justice?
Wait, let's explain justice there. Okay, good.
Like, what would you define as justice itself?
So why is that justice when we do the trials and all this shit, right?
Well, because it sounds fair. You can't say just because that's what we're fucking breaking down.
Right.
It sounds fair and balanced and rational and morally, I would say morally positive, like morally accepted on both parties.
The main thing is they're letting them prove themselves as they're trying to portray themselves, whether it's guilty or non-guilty. Mm-hmm. You know, they're giving them the choice, the fairness of you're still in trial. We don't know if you're guilty, even though you seem fucking guilty. Mm-hmm. You know, but we're gonna give you this trial to let not just us, because you know it could be completely biased. But we're gonna have people in front of you. You tell your story, and if they believe you, we'll see how it goes. Mm-hmm. But there's the other guy, also trying to convince him that you're a fucking murderer. Mm-hmm. So he has the proof. Boom, 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 boom. This is completely fair.
Right. Completely. So this is the trial in which you're talking about. This is a trial.
The trial process is just because of that.
Right.
Because they're given the option to portray themselves in the way they would like.
So it's a system. Okay.
Yeah, to try to win them over.
Uh-huh.
And then to see if the other guy got the evidence to be like, dude, legit, we found the fingerprints, we found he's obviously fucking guilty, okay?
So it's like a fucking hypothesis. Yeah. Is this fool the killer? And then there's
right.
a bunch of evidence.
Yeah, that's why they give you the option, are you guilty or non-guilty every time. They can't, you like, you're guilty.
It's like,
so
right,
if they don't know,
I did it, I'm guilty.
Yeah,
Fuck.
if they don't know, they don't know. But if they're trying to fight it, you know,
right, of course.
They
no,
can't.
I'm not guilty. This fucker hit me.
They can.
Fuck that.
You're like, oh, you guys got the wrong guy or whatever the fuck. You know?
Fuck that.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just because they given the option to do.
Justice is a trial.
The trial process is just. Process.
Okay.
But there's justice in other things.
Right.
But that portrays it royal because it's fair.
Right.
Completely fair.
Look that shit up, the actual definition, bro.
Justice?
Definition of justice. We have to know. Yeah, there has to be something.
You know what's justice? Batman.
The Justice League, yeah. I'm Justice. Justice League, nah.
It's like, what do you want for breakfast?
Justice.
You remember?
Was it breakfast or was it dinner?
I keep thinking that. But it might have been dinner because it was night, I think.
Yeah, I think it might have been
it's
dinner.
Like,
yeah.
Hey,
Justice.
That shit was so...
The side of spaghetti.
That's just so funny, bro. Classic video.
Shout out to the days where Vines were funny as shit and not all these TikToks and Instagram Reels and shit. Justice. Well, I guess that's the evolution of all that. But anyway, shout out to the old days where shit was actually funny.
You sound old. Haha, he's old.
Guess who's older than me? Haha, this guy. Can you believe it?
But look, he sounds old, man.
I just shit. I'm believing I'm an old soul, bro. I know these things. I don't know these things actually. I can't.
I'm what you call a soul that just is a soul.
Immature. Well, I'm mature in some aspects.
Do you see me as mature? Sure.
Yes.
Sure, bro. I'll take that.
In some ways, and others are not. You know what I'm saying? Just like other people in life. Like I'm very well mature for my age, somewhat, but I lack maturity in other areas, like the adult areas in life. You feel me?
Like the important parts.
The important parts, low key.
Jeez. All right.
Fucking get a grip.
That's shit funny. It says it's literally the definition is dumb right now. It says just behavior or treatment. Come on, bro.
Just behavior or treatment.
What does just mean? Stupid?
No, exactly. No. Justice is a process in which things are measured, getting collected through evidence, like a hypothesis. You gather evidence. There's a hypothesis of, is this motherfucker guilty or is this crime, like whatever the fuck he's guilty of. It's weird. Because justice is like a process in which you're trying to determine a certain question or a certain outcome with certain pieces of evidence that may or may not exist. You know what I'm saying? And it's like an issue, you know?
So just is tied to morality, of course.
Right.
But the definition of just is based on or behaving according to what is morally right and fair. You know?
Right.
Yeah. So
it's a process to determine whenever something goes wrong, like whenever there's a problem,
to treat him unbiasedly, treat him unbiasedly.
Okay.
Yeah. So that, like if he knows the judge, not very just.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he what the fuck, bro? Not even bought him out. It's like man has dinner with him every once in a while, bro. Yeah.
Shit. You know something.
Like bro, that's not sketchy, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's fucked.
You know, so shit like that, not just, but treat it fairly and completely like morally correct. Yes, unbiased. Totally giving them the option to like prove themselves.
Yeah.
And if they can't because you got too much evidence, that's completely just.
That's crazy.
You know. That's justice.
Justice. So how can we incorporate? Last question. How can we incorporate justice into our lives? Right? Because life, like on the opposite end, life isn't always fair, and justice relies on being moral, just, fair, and rational. You know what I'm saying? So what would you say to things like what would you say to life? Life isn't fair. How would you maintain a sense of justice if life isn't fair? You know what I'm saying? That's a hard question.
How would you maintain a sense of justice if life isn't fair?
No, because life isn't fair. You know what I'm saying? Like life could deal you a fucking flat tire, you know? So it's like life can...
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Life is life.
Well, if you're acting, like, the actions of you being just, sure, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It depends if you would like to be that way, right? So if you would like to portray yourself as a just person that is all about justice, then you're basically Batman, bro. And nobody liked Batman like that. He was like, hey, bro, he's kind of like, he's cool. He gets the bad guys.
So is it something to not rely on fully? Because obviously the world is not fair. The world is unjust.
Exactly.
But you use it whenever, use it whenever you want. Use it whenever you feel like you need to.
It basically, it depends. Like somebody does something to you, the option right there is do whatever the fuck you need to do, you know? Or it's mainly about what happens between you and somebody else, you know? Because injustice, what's an injustice?
An injustice is fucking what happened to the law-abiding citizen guy in George, what's his name? Gerard Butler. Gerard Butler in fucking law-abiding citizen got robbed, family killed, and
he gets put in jail.
He gets put in jail. The guy who killed the family gets put in jail, but the other guy who actually killed the family put his accomplice on death row for being the main killer. And he was just like, I didn't kill anybody. He did. So he passed his buddy off and got 5 years in prison as opposed to the death sentence. You know what I'm saying? For armed robbery and assault. And this homie was like, my family was taken, and this fool's gonna rot in prison for 5 years, and he's still gonna live. What the fuck? That's the injustice. You know what I'm saying?
That's injustice because that's not fair at all.
That's not fair.
And you're asking, what do you do when shit like that happens?
Exactly. What did he do? Watch the movie.
Exactly. So the just part is to get back if you want to.
Get your own justice.
Exactly. Know. So that's up to you because comes with a vengeance and this revenge trip.
Yeah.
And if you're not down for that, you're not down. But if you're that guy, you're that guy.
Right.
Some people are capable of living with themselves when they have to do the thing that they was done to them back to the person that did it to them.
Right.
That's justifiable. Yes, it's revenge and vengeance.
Yeah.
And it has nothing. And maybe if you don't like people to see that you're doing that, hey, don't do it, bro. But if you don't care about that and you're like, I'm really doing this for myself because if I don't, it's going to be eating me inside. Then revenge and vengeance go. Make sure you can live with it. All this stuff. I'm just being real here.
It's very real.
Doesn't mean I'm going to do this stuff.
Right.
And that I'm capable of doing this stuff. More than likely, probably. Who knows? When I'm put in such a situation, I'll find out.
I'm like, I wouldn't doubt it.
So,
Yeah, cool shit.
Like that.
Cool shit.
For example, So just...
I don't take it too seriously, bro.
Justice is just the ability to balance the act out. It's like they did this to me, so I can do it to them. Doesn't mean you should do it back,
right?
But it means you can.
Right. There's an injustice here, buddy. What are we gonna do about this injustice, huh? Some people eat the injustice, and they're like, "Oh, life is unfair. That sucks. Oh well." Or there's people who fucking legit. They're like, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna say let's do the gym, for example, but I was gonna say like when a gym dude leaves his spot momentarily to go get water, whatever, and another dude hops on his fucking machine, and he wasn't done.
You left, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You either go find another machine, or you walk up to that person, you tell him, "Hey, bro, I wasn't done. I literally just went to go get water. Let me finish my set real quick."
Right.
You know, it's up to you, and that sense of, hey, the injustice is
like he took it, so you can ask for it back, bro.
Exactly.
So be like, bro, I'm not done.
Justice, ask for it back, or injustice, live with it and go get another machine.
It's up to you.
Exactly.
It's up to you. You know.
Fuck, man.
So
who wants to be a fucking Justice League fighter all the time? Like, what the fuck, bro?
You don't want to do that all the time, but you wanna make sure that injustices are not happening to you either.
Right.
Because that's fucked.
Exactly.
You know, you don't want to be that guy either. It's like, damn, just injustice after injustice.
Okay.
You don't want to be that guy that goes to jail for 30 years, even though you didn't do shit.
Of course.
That's horrible.
Exactly. Injustice is someone calling, fucking accusing you for some shit, obviously you didn't do, which is, horrible because people can do that nowadays. And then your life gets ruined, Injustice. Off of one lie, someone said.
Right.
Injustice, bro.
But Stoicism, right? Back to Stoicism.
I was thinking injustice, bro. Fuck that injustice.
We were covering Stoicism, but we talked about the 4 components of it, which was the first one was wisdom, and then the second one was courage, and then temperance, and then the fourth one, which we just talked about, was justice. So,
yeah, dude. Justice.
You know.
I am the knight.
Yes.
Yeah,
but
so.
justice, which was all based off Stoicism.
Yes.
But how do you think people are like when you see a Stoic in your head, or when you think of an example of a person that's Stoic? How do you think society portrays them?
Noble.
Noble.
I feel like that person, like people think, like, oh, that's a noble ass dude. Look at him carrying the weight, not making a fucking sound.
Right.
Some people can either use that to their fucking advantage, like, oh, throw the weight, throw. He's not gonna make a fucking sound. Throw the weight on top of his shit.
Right.
And others will just be like, damn, pick up another fucking boulder so he doesn't have to carry as many boulders. Right. There are people who are like that, you know.
But the Stoic right there. What's the Stoic?
He's noble. Like, he sacrifices for the greater good, you know. And he's okay with that.
Right. I guess so. You know? He's like, this is the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, I'm better, so I do more.
Exactly. It's like, well, if anybody's smart enough to realize that they got to make the sacrifice, it's got to be me. It's like, fuck.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Is, the main aspect of being like, I guess I'm the guy.
You know?
For the most part. And having to be like, I can't complain that I'm good.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what I'm saying?
I could be like, why me? Why am I the shit? I'm sorry. I'm like, everybody's like, well, chill, bro.
Relax.
Not everybody's shit. Okay, calm the fuck down.
Bitch, I'm the shit.
You know?
Bitch, I'm the shit.
But Stoics are portrayed as like detached, no?
Yeah.
For the most part, like they don't have emotions.
Well, usually they just have a control over their emotions.
Right.
They don't show them too much, but they have emotions.
Right. They don't show that negative emotions.
Rarely show them, yeah.
Negative emotions are detrimental.
Of course they are.
At
hey, guess who doesn't learn that yet? Anyway.
That's what weed does to you guys. Don't do the devil's lettuce. You'll end up like John.
You think so? I think weed is to blame for this. I think weed helps quite a lot, my friends.
You're like, if I didn't smoke weed, imagine that.
Imagine how pissed off I'd be already, G. Like, damn.
But yeah, that's
not good. Anyway.
Well, Stoics are supposed to be fully rational. Not fully, but very rational. Most
often.
You know, it doesn't mean they don't have emotions. It's just they're rational as these emotions. They're certainly detached in a way, but it doesn't mean they don't have emotions, you know?
Yeah,
they have space between what they feel and the way they act.
Yeah.
You know?
Fuck it.
So they seem articulate for that same reason as well. Because they're like, you know, instead of like just word vomiting everything.
Word vomit.
They're like, let me think. Hold on.
Yeah,
well,
people don't give Stoics enough credit. Like, why are Stoics good for us? Like, it teaches us virtues, right? It teaches us virtues that we should all enact as men.
As men.
Well, not as men. Sorry, excuse me. But as
Stoics. Sexist, guys.
As Stoics.
Here we go. But yes, as Stoics.
Can a woman be Stoic?
Yes, actually.
Really?
Everybody was allowed to be Stoic because it was
fucking gangster.
It was known for everybody to benefit everyone. So they taught it to everybody. Yeah, in public. Yeah, man.
It's just mastery over your mind, right?
Mastery and understanding of what you can control and what you cannot.
That's beautiful.
That's it.
I have yet to meet anybody else who understands this intimately like you do. People, they probably know of it, but
I don't know it. I know it in the way that I'm like I can say it like this.
I feel like you know quite a bit,
but
bro.
I know some.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not there yet.
It's just secondhand nature to you, bro. For me, it's not a habit yet. I'm still trying to make it into a habit. You know?
Yeah.
You got it down.
I'm like I need to just do shit.
You know what I'm saying?
For the most part. But I'm good with my emotions in general.
Yeah, you have a good cap on them. I don't.
I'll get mad, but I'm not gonna get heated.
I've never seen you mad, bro.
I can't get heated. Well, I mean, if I get mad, why?
I really haven't seen you mad.
I'll be like, man, my arm gets cut off. I'm just like.
You're probably just like, hey, bro, do this. Hey, bro, do that.
Somebody got a rubber
Fuck out of my way, bro.
Somebody got a rubber band, bro. Like, I need to stop.
What?
Imagine, because if it's cut off, I need to cut off the blood, bro.
Oh.
But
Rip off your shirt, make a tourniquet.
How do I get mad? Let's say you gotta be really annoying.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like,
you gotta be really annoying. Go figure.
like, yeah, but I'm like, huh? You have to be very annoying. It's very. I don't know.
Me on my most annoying day, still not annoying enough to get you irritated?
No.
That's good.
Because I'm not going to yell at you.
I mean, you should.
I'll tell you, John,
Hey, John,
you're
shut the
acting like
fuck
a
up.
fucking crackhead.
Is that what you mean? That's funny. Every time you have me like a crackhead, it's just, hey, John, you're slightly annoying me. Fucking stop. Like, sit still.
Like, I don't
Shit's
care that you're
funny.
doing it. I'm just letting you know you're being a crackhead right now.
Hey, bro, that happens. That fucking happens sometimes.
I'm like it can be there, and I'll be
Mhm.
like unbothered still, but I'm just letting you know. If it wasn't me, you could be bothering others.
Yeah. I'll understand that every time you call me a crackhead from
It's
now
like,
on. Be like, you understand you could be bothering others at this point. Just tone it down.
Calm down the crackheadiness.
I know. Who'd have thought this chill guy would be fucking like tweaked out and cracked in the morning?
Yeah,
Who'd have thought, you know? It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Stoics though.
Man, Stoicism, how is it good? How is Stoicism good for you, bro? How could you benefit from being a Stoic?
I never really considered myself in any way a Stoic. But then I read it and I was like, sure. Yeah.
You know, of course. No, but like, okay, so I don't know. Do you need any more improvements from which Stoicism philosophy can improve on your life? Like, do
Maybe
you have anything more to learn through Stoicism philosophy?
just knowing when to use it and when to not use it.
Well, that's wisdom, is that not the wisdom of philosophy? So now you just
Yes.
incorporate the wisdom of that.
Can't
in
be
your
a
life?
Stoic all the time.
Of course not.
You're
of course
boring.
Not. You're a fucking piece of shit. No, I'm kidding. Not a piece of shit.
You're
Yeah,
just
you're boring.
Yeah.
It's lonely up
It's
there.
like, why are you complaining? It's like, let me complain back, catch up. This is actually, you're a dumb bitch too. You know?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you gotta be like, all right, fuck it. All right, let's go. You know, so being a Stoic, it's cool in general. You know, in your head to be yourself a Stoic, but doesn't mean you have to be that guy all the time. It's like a mode.
Right.
It's a little mode, like when you can go philosopher mode. You know.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, I'm Stoic right now, bro.
I've had my moments. Trust me, I've
Yeah.
had my moments. Trust me, I've had my moments. But how philosophy can help me, or Stoicism philosophy can help me, normally what I see now is just separating my mind from what I can and can't control. Just because I seem to forget that so fucking easily.
That's really it, yeah.
That, and then
Because you don't know it.
restraint, emotional restraint, like acknowledging the emotions and not letting myself become the emotion, you know? You put it really great when you were like, bro, it's okay to have anger. It's not okay to become the anger.
Yeah.
Because then your embodiments are affected. Everyone, your energy, your mood, literally your vibrations are all shifted. Everything's affected. Now you're affecting people around you because you're not irritated. Your voice is off. You're a little snippy. You know, you're not as tolerant. You know, because you're angry. You know what I'm saying?
Angry guy over
That a lot of those things you just gotta.
And
fucking,
what's the problem, right? Right there.
Injustice.
No.
Well,
what's the problem? What's the problem with acting out this anger like that?
Well, no, but one.
What is the
problem?
main problem?
What are you asking? What is the cause of the problem, or what is the?
No. What is the problem of acting out the anger?
Oh, people don't want to be around you.
Right.
That's a consequence.
Why?
That's a consequence.
And then
because you don't know how to control your emotions. Yeah.
Right. And then what happens when you keep doing that?
People don't want to be around you. You end up alone.
Because you're what? The angry guy.
Yeah.
It become part of the character.
Yeah.
And that's when you're fucked.
Yeah.
Don't do things too often you don't like. To become those things to others.
Yeah. I feel you. But why am I going through all this bullshit to make me mad as fuck, right?
You don't. You don't have to.
Right.
Remember, you could always not do things.
Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you have to do them.
Exactly so. Shut the fuck up. Stop complaining.
Damn. You right though. Sometimes you have to do it. Exactly. So why you still bitching?
You activated my trap card.
That was beautiful, bro. You should have capitalized on that more, but you should have been like, hey, why you still bitching then? Get to work. I would have been like, damn. That was amazing, bro. Missed opportunity, man. That was really good though. Shit.
I'm like,
got that on video.
You're like, shit.
I'm fucking saying.
That shit's funny though. But yes, you know.
Yeah. So
things that you have to do, but don't want to do. Remember.
Fucking do them.
It's like drinking water, bro.
Well, yeah.
You have to drink the water. If not, you die.
Fuck.
Death comes along. Takes your life. It's the same thing when you don't make right decisions, you know? your life. You lose the life you were supposed to live because of the wrong decisions you have made.
This makes me think a lot about my career change.
So that's a death. That's like death, you know?
Yeah.
You have died and became a different person.
Oh, shit. This might need to happen.
You know?
You never know.
Then you take like 5 grams of mushrooms and you're like, oh my God, ego death?
Life?
Wow.
Ego death? What is life? Let's fucking go.
Don't do drugs. But
research the drugs.
If you're a stoic, do the drugs. Actually, if you're like purely stoic, bro, like do the drugs.
Some shrooms. Go buy a tree. Do some shrooms. Cause fucking journal your shit.
Because if you're a stoic, like we know you're not gonna like fuck with others. You know, you're gonna be like in your room, being your stoic self.
Exactly. Don't do that.
And be completely cool, right? Because the stoic, bro.
Come meet us. We're cool as fuck too.
Actually, if you're cool, yeah. But if you're not, stay over there, bro. But that depends on you, you know? Like, if you think you're cool, then we're probably going to think you're cool. But if you think you're not cool, stay over there and figure this shit out, bro. Come on.
Or just become cool, you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Cool.
Figure it out, bro. Be cooler. You got this. We're not the coolest.
We're definitely not the coolest. But I'm pretty fucking cool if you ask me.
We're trying to be cooler.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We're working on it.
We're working on it. Doing our best.
Work in progress. Always. Remember.
Always.
Don't be lame. Yes, Stoics though. Remember, guys, be a Stoic. Not all the time, because then you're just that guy.
Yeah.
He's a Stoic guy.
You'll end up lonely, bro. Stoicism, like nothing awaits a Stoic except for just empty loneliness because you've you know?
Nobody's at your level.
Yeah.
Nobody's
at your level.
You know?
And hopefully there are people who are at similar levels to where you could like chill and branch off of each other. So that way you're just like, yo, bro, you're cool. Hey, you're cool. Everybody else, kind of cool. You know? Right. Go find some more cool people.
Right,
you know
right.
You know what I'm saying?
The point to be at a high level, right?
Yeah.
It's to be capable of bringing others to that level that you like.
Yeah, but not everybody's going to be that high level. That's why you got to go find them. This is what I was trying to get to.
You got to find the people that are like lower in the level, alleged levels.
But still at that high level.
Hypothetical, guys. I'm going to offend it if we're putting you in the lower level. That's in your head, actually.
Hey, you put yourself there if you thought about it,
If you thought about that, that's
for real.
Bro. But like, hey, there's a level up here, you know shit. And there's a guy here don't know shit. You're like, boy, he got his shit. Like, he really down to like level up.
He down.
So you're like, hey, do this, do that, do this, that, and boom, boom, bow.
Boom, boom, bow.
You know, shit happens like that. So you gotta be likable. Remember, guys, be likable. What makes you likable? Being cool. What makes you cool? Be interesting.
What makes you interesting? Content, character.
Be interested in cool shit, bro. Charisma. The way to portray yourself because you like yourself, right? So you tell people, "Hey, bro, I'm cool. Let's
what
chat.
makes you so fucking
Let's
different?
chat about it a little bit." You know.
Are you the same or are you different? You tell me.
Is it will be important to like yourself at that point? You know, so you gotta like yourself. So if you think you're not cool, do stuff that you think is cool. And then you'll be cool.
For yourself, though,
exactly.
Not for us. Do it for you.
Nah, do it for us too. And do it for us, bro. But I mean, mainly for your own
now
validation.
We're just being confused.
But mainly for your own validation, you know? Because if you're true Stoic, you will be doing it for yourself.
It's if you're cool. Like, I mean, yeah, if you're cool, you're cool, obviously. I just don't give a fuck if you're not cool. If you're not cool, be cool. And we'll see you when you're cool.
Don't do drugs.
And then we'll get cooler. If you do drugs, know how to do them. Don't be a fucking idiot, bro. I've said this last time.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Right. So we'll end it here. Outro for the guys.
So this
has been
the Imaginowledge podcast.
Episode on Stoicism. Thanks for joining.
Drugs.
Drugs indeed, my friend.